All right, we are officially at 1 year since I started this channel, and I decided why not go back to the series that we started with. I'm super excited to go back. I've got a bunch of new ideas. I just love the show so much. And wait, what's that noise? No, wait, that's not what I think it is it? It's you. Fine, let's do this. Okay, yes, I decided for my 1 year anniversary video to do it on Teen Titans Go. Now, regardless on how the intro made it sound, let me just get this out of the way. I actually enjoy Teen Titans Go. I have my issues with it for sure, but it definitely makes sense why this show is so popular and was pretty much the only thing airing on Cartoon Network during the day. Now let's go over my issues I have with this show. One thing that annoyed me a bit while watching this show is seeing how inconsistent the characters actually are. This show kind of changes things about certain characters at any time, seemingly just to fit whatever story or joke they want to go with. For example, in one episode, all the Titans fall in love with reading and can't get enough, but then literal episodes later, Beast Boy is shown to not even know how to open a book, like it's some kind of foreign object. And Starfire, at least in the first couple of seasons, flip-flopping between being into Robin and hating his guts. Like, it's fine if they want to take a different angle with Robin and Starfire, because this is its own show and own universe, but the constant back and forth was a bit odd. It irons out later once we get into season 3 onward, where she only shows distaste towards Robin, but that only really happens due to what I'll just call the anti-Robin agenda. I'll get into that in a bit. Anyway, it's not just the characters that are inconsistent. The story contradicts itself multiple times, to the point where I felt like I was watching the show in the wrong order at times. Like, during season 5, there was a whole episode dedicating to getting Robin's first kiss, but there are multiple times where they hinted at and confirmed he's kissed Starfire before. These inconsistencies with characters and story bugged me constantly. And I mean, I guess it's not really that big of a deal, since it's a comedy show where every episode has its own wacky story, but still, being on season 5 and having the show tell me something hasn't happened when we literally see that thing happen or are told it happened seasons prior throws me off. Especially because the show does like to reference itself and older episodes a lot too, so there is some sort of chronological line. Now I want to get into what I mentioned earlier about the anti-Robin agenda. Basically, that's just a very dramatic way of saying that at some point between the second half of season 2 and the beginning of season 3, there was a shift in the story, where a lot of the writing seemed to be against Robin. Like, in this show, each episode basically has this thing where you can boil it down to one Titan versus the rest. And what I mean by that is usually all the Titans are doing something or want to do something or think a certain way, but one of the Titans disagrees or disapproves of whatever it is, or vice versa. So the four gang up on the solo Titan. Now obviously this doesn't explain every episode, but most do have this kind of formula. And during the first couple of seasons, they were spread out evenly. So one episode they're all against Robin, and the next Raven's on her own, etc. But once you hit that season 3 point, almost every episode is the four Titans against Robin, whether it's Robin's fault or not. The four Titans are having fun, here comes Robin to ruin it. The four Titans are being stupid, here comes Robin to try and stop them. And even in episodes where Robin is on the side of the majority, they still find a way to put him down and make him the joke of the situation. The first couple of seasons, no one got special treatment, and because of that, it did feel like a group of friends just messing with each other. But once it gets to that season 3 point, the other Titans literally just outright state they don't like Robin and don't even really consider him a friend. No, hey, Robin, not right now. Not right now. Robin, please. I'm trying to help you out here. Oh my god, you're making it so hard to defend you. Like, I don't know if at that time they hired a writer who hates Robin's guts as a character, or if they fired the only writer on the team who liked Robin, but it really feels like something changed. Maybe they just saw that the episodes where the Titans gang up on Robin got more views and higher ratings, who knows. The anti-Robin agenda doesn't stop there though. Not only did the story shift to be more anti-Robin, but Robin's writing itself changed. Robin post season 3 becomes so much more annoying, way more of a stickler, and such a pathetic loser. Teen Titans Go Robin is already a parody of Robin, but post season 3 Robin seems to become a parody of the parody version. They also loved doing the Robin gets cucked story where Starfire falls in love with something else, just for the joke of, ha, look how jealous Robin is. And I mean, they do it a lot. She goes on dates with or shows attraction to Speedy, Aquaman, Kid Flash, kisses the other members of the Titans, literally like everyone else in Jump City, Glurtle Skletch, with this disgusting line.
As the general's wife, I must travel with his fleet in order to attend to his mouths as he conquers the universe.
And even stupid shit like a pot of chili, a scratching post, and even the literal voice in Robin's head. Probably even more than I'm forgetting. All this did was just make Starfire's character worse whenever it happened. Simply just because it only happened for the sole purpose of the Robin is crying and jealous punchline. But I mean, this show is no stranger to having weird fetishy shit happen. Oh God. Ew. With stuff like Vor and large stomachs and the whole Lady Legacy thing. So I guess someone on the team is just really into cucking. One final negative for me is this show is way too damn long. And because a lot of the episodes have the 4v1 formula, even if something technically different is happening, the episodes overall feel the same. So once I got halfway through season 5, I was kind of getting burnt out, and then realized there were still 3 more seasons to go. 8 seasons, all with 50 plus episodes each, is insane, even for 15-minute episodes. Okay, now enough with the negative. Let's get into why I said I enjoyed this show. For one, and the most important part, the show is funny. There are dumb jokes or moments I didn't like, sure, but like, majority of the jokes still made me smile or at least let out a little breath of air. This show is also very creative. I mean, they have the weirdest, craziest shit happening at all times. You gotta give it up to the writers for being able to come up with all of this consistently. I also love the dumb episodes, like the TV nights with Batman and Gordon just watching TV with a bunch of random clips. I think this show is at its best when it's doing a crazy story or something a little weird, and the show gets worse whenever they try to force the team to bicker at each other or try to make Robin look bad. I also really love the second half of season 5 when Bumblebee was added to the team, because like I said earlier, this show was very long, but she was a nice fresh addition to the show. And I also especially liked her because, unlike the rest of the team, she would be the only one actually on Robin's side or willing to help Robin and not consistently dunk on him. I really wish she would have just stayed on the team, even though I knew that it wouldn't last that long. And I think I've made it pretty clear, but I absolutely love the first 2 seasons. They are so funny, and it was pre-annoying and we hate Robin stuff. The rest of the show is still good and enjoyable, and those Night Begins to Shine episodes are fantastic. And the art style and music for those episodes were phenomenal. We really just need an entire show of just The Night Begins to Shine. The music in this show is actually pretty good too. These dumb random songs are kinda catchy, I can't lie.
Lights, camera, action, feel the attraction, it'll put a spell on you.
Overall, I think this show gets way too overhated for just a silly show with a bunch of poopy fart jokes. I get the frustration from fans of the OG show going from a show being cancelled to a comedy show that is drastically different, especially because they love to poke the bear and antagonize them constantly. But still, I think the extent of the distaste for the show should just be whether or not you like the comedy. And if you don't like the comedy, then cool, the show isn't for you and you still have the OG to go back to whenever you want. And if you do like it, then cool, you have a funny little show to throw on when you're bored. I don't think there is enough here to have this huge disdain and hatred many people seem to have. If anything, I like this show for another reason, and that's that I've seen and heard people talk about how they got into the OG show from watching this show, and I just think that's great. Anyway, these are my thoughts on Teen Titans Go. It's just a fun, goofy show. Does it have things I like? Yes. Does it have things I don't like? Also yes. Do I hate this show for existing? No. I thought this would be a fun idea for my 1-year anniversary video, and think moving forward, every year I'll do a Teen Titan related video. I already have multiple ideas written down and ready to go. Anyway, thank you to all the people who have given any of my videos a try. I seriously am blown away seeing all these videos hitting over 1K views, when I was just expecting like 10 to 20 max. And I hope you all will enjoy the other videos I have on the way, as I try to get better at this whole YouTube thing. So as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your opinions on Teen Titans Go in the comments below, and thanks for watching.